Now let's get going to the blind trailer reacts.
Okay, like and subscribe some more.
Yes. Ooh. Juror 2.
Ew.
Oh my god, I love
No.
him in the foreground. I love him in the background. I don't know the woman in the background, but I like that blouse. Blouse?
Dos.
Is it a blouse? No, it's not a blouse. What is that? No.
I'm going to keep saying
Cardigan.
dos until you acknowledge my dos.
Dos. Juror dos.
It was
Okay.
last October. It was raining, and I hit something. I got out the car and I looked around. I checked, I didn't see anything, and I figured it was a deer that ran off.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh. It's in Eastwood.
Okay, what's the problem?
I got called for jury duty. The Kendall Carter case?
1 year ago, on October 25th, the defendant, James Scythe, and his then girlfriend, Kendall Carter, they had a fight. And he's gonna pay for what he did.
What are you telling me?
Maybe I didn't hit a deer.
Let me just ask you one thing.
Okay.
Did you guys ever look at any other suspect? You know what to do.
Boopy. Okay.
Leave it to Clint Eastwood to give you the story in the trailer, so completely negate my previous point, and just make you think like if this guy talks and tells on himself, you're gonna be so upset. Like Clint Eastwood is the master of making you upset after you've watched something. I don't know what it is about this guy. Like, he couldn't just stay in westerns, and now he's branched out into other genres. And it's just like, okay, guys, give me something that I can work with. Give me something that will make me happy. No, leave it to Clint Eastwood, and he's gonna give you something that you're gonna be like, really, dude? What the fuck? Why?
That 94-year-old man is out to put out some American values, okay? Some slight tinge of conservatism, but he's out there to show you about being a good guy, goddammit. His movies are about being the good guy, not making the smart decisions, making the right decisions. All right?
He's ordinary.
That's what Clint
he needs
Eastwood's
to
up
stop.
to.
He's ordinary, and he needs to stop.
He's an ornery son of a bitch. And he's out there go make some movies. I don't know how he's got to be, honestly, Clint Eastwood's got to be on a rascal scooter going around that set. That 94-year-old man, like, he can't, I'm sure he's just like, cut. No, it need to be grittier. Need to squint a little bit more. And he just goes back behind the monitor. Like, anyway, so
Clint
this is
Eastwood,
Juror number dos, directed by Clint Eastwood, and starring Nicholas Hoult. Nick Hoult. We have J.K. Simmons, Kiefer, Toni Collette, Chris Messina, Cedric Yarbrough, like a number of people that you would recognize from other projects. Telling even the trailer. The thing I don't like about trailers sometimes is it can ruin everything. This got me hooked into everything. Like, it's like, hey, here are some big points. Guy thinks he hit a deer. Did he? Anyways, year later, he got jury duty. Also, he's got a baby and a wife that had a baby. And then he goes off, he gets selected for this jury, whatever. And then he hears the case and he's like, oh, these two, I don't know, let's just say this white trash guy is accused of killing his girlfriend who happened to die on the same night at the same place that he hit this deer. And now he's like, oh shit, I'm gonna kill the guy. So now he gets like, what's he gonna do? Seems like the whole thing of the movie, but I'm still invested enough to where I want to see the resolution of this. Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of interested in seeing if he tells on himself or not, because that is essentially the point. Like, this thing happened. His life has moved on.
Mm-hmm.
He has had a life, and now he sat on the jury listening to the side of the guy who's accused, and he's in this big moral dilemma.
Yeah.
And he's like, does he completely upend his own life in order to do the right thing, if it is in fact true? Because it might just be a twist at the end where he realizes maybe a little bit too late that it wasn't him, that he actually in fact did hit an animal. Or does he just sit there and go through it, and everybody in the audience watching has to question themselves, be like, wow, what if that were me? Do I have a moral compass? I mean, and yes, for that, yes, it's interesting. Yes, it's watchable.
Yes.
Am I going to sit down in the theater to watch that for that point and that reason alone?
And it's a Clint Eastwood, so you know it's going to be like 2.5 hours at least.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So probably not. However, if it came out on streaming, I would watch it for that reason alone. And I would also watch it because I really like as much as I'll talk crap about Clint Eastwood and his directing, whatever.
Yep, we just did. Viewers, you can rewind and watch us talk shit about Clint Eastwood. Go ahead.
I did it. So what? I said what I said.
I said it, damn it.
As much as I'll say those things, I really like the earthiness. Of the way this is shot. It doesn't, like, the camera angles are very simplistic, either dead on or, you have a bit of diagonals, but it's really about, you could tell with what he was trying to do with visually, it was really about the characters. He's trying to tell he was trying to make a character film, right? Yeah. We're looking at everybody and their most intimate reactions to things. Even the light, how the focus was when he was looking underneath the car and looking at the headlights and trying to see what he did hit. And then the next morning when the car was in the garage, it actually like sincerely put you into that space. And that's what I have to give to Clint Eastwood, because it's like he really wants to draw the audience into that world.
It made it practical, believable. Like he did what anybody else does. Like, all right, won't get up. It's raining, but here, let me give a look here. Let me give a look here. Whatever. All right, I don't see anything. Next morning, okay, cool, clear eyes. Let me go take a look under here. No, I don't see anything.
Damage to the vehicle.
Yeah.
Like Christopher Nolan will draw audiences into the story by using the story itself, right? Not so much the visuals. But Clint Eastwood really focuses on using his visual technique to bring people places. So I will give it for that. But like, do I want to watch this in a big movie theater? I don't know. But it is one of those things. It's like if somebody finds a lottery ticket or if somebody finds a wallet and the person in front of you dropped the wallet and you have the option to call them back and be like, here, dude, I found your wallet. But then you open the wallet and there's like 10 grand in there. Are you actually going to do it if you have a kid at home to feed? This is the simplicity of the story that Clint Eastwood is trying to tell with this one. Yeah. The producers are saying that $1 Million Baby was a great movie.
That should be noted. And it was. But okay, no, and I'm excited to see what happens from this. Like how this kind of goes out. Again, would I go to the theater again? It might be one of those, like, I'll pick it up whenever it's on streaming.
Yeah, definitely. I'll pick it up when it was on streaming, because I did pick Unforgiven up when it was on streaming, and I was pleasantly surprised by that from the ordinary old man we call Mr. Eastwood. It was good. It was really, really good. But I mean...
Unforgiven was... I studied that shit in Westerns class. Yes, hi, I went to film school and there was a Westerns class. I took it. And it was... the Unforgiven was one of those, like, hey, a brief... pop in the 90s of, hey, the Western could still be alive and still be different. Oh, wonderful. Like,
if Clint Eastwood is making something, you know that he is making something to be impactful.
Yeah, you're not going to watch a Clint Eastwood to go see something like an artsy A24 movie, or you're going to see some beautiful Wes Anderson style cinematography. You're not going to see that with a Clint Eastwood movie. He is a meat and potatoes man. He tells a story, but it's going to be moral driven.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, he's 94 years old and he's still kicking, so you have to give him some credit on that one. But is this just the type of story that's going to draw people to audiences based on the story alone? Me personally, I don't think so.
Maybe the older crowd with their free afternoons.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly, but I mean, it will likely do well, and especially it will do well if the acting is top notch.
Mm-hmm.
It will do well if there's other things to draw people in, or if you're just happen to be a Clint Eastwood fan.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fan of his stuff, fan of his style. All right, well, that is Juror number dos, or number T, depends on where you are. But Juror number 2, coming out, I did not see. No, I'm sorry, November 1st. Oh, yeah, November 1st, next month. Let us know in the comments section what you think of Clint Eastwood, what you think of this movie, what you think of, I mean, we could just talk about Unforgiven. But let us know what you think, and like and subscribe while you're down there. We appreciate it here at Critic Box.